for joining me for our third video. We are making videos every Saturday, and what we're doing is we are making crafts, musical crafts, out of toilet paper rolls. Yep, that's right, we're still going. I'm sure you have a lot of toilet paper rolls at home by now, and I thought we would make a rain stick today. So, has anyone ever seen a rain stick before? Or heard a rain stick before? Well, no? Oh, okay. Well, you've heard rain because if you live here in Clifton like me, it rained all day yesterday. No, it's a blue sky today. No rain today. So it got me thinking a little bit about music. So the first week we made maracas, shakers. And the second week, what did we make? Cameraman, I already forgot. Oh, a kazoo. A kazoo. So those are cool and they're traditional instruments, I think, but a rain stick is something a little bit different. It creates a sound, and I think it's music, and I bet you'll think it's music, but it's not what we think of when we think of music. We think music like la 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 la, that's music, right? But rain is a beautiful sound, and it's all a matter of what's music to your ears. So what's music to your ears? What are sounds that you really like? For instance, I love the sound of my cat purring. I also really love the sound like when dinner's ready and the oven beeps, or I'm making popcorn and the microwave beeps. I love that sound. But everybody likes different sounds. And like I said, I really like the sound of rain. My mom and I were talking about it yesterday, how beautiful it sounded. So I thought, let's make an instrument using toilet paper rolls like we always do, and let's make it sound like rain. So a rain stick should be long, right? Our shaker was one toilet roll, real short. The rain stick should be at least 4. Now, if you want to part with more, if you're not going to craft every single day, and you can spare a few, you can make it 6 long. But I take together 4. Check it out. Let's count together. I know you're good counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I taped 4 together already because that takes a little bit of time to make them pretty neat. And then what I'm going to use myself, because I had them, is cupcake liners. If you don't have that, a round piece of paper will do, but it's just a round piece of paper, and I cut slits into it to make it a little bit easier to tape. So I take my cupcake liner. Yes, do you have a question, sir?
What kind of tape did you use?
Oh, I used electrical tape from the garage. No, it's not electrical tape. Please tell me what it is.
It's aluminum duct tape.
Participating today, sir. Aluminum duct tape. Whatever, I picked up his stuff in the garage. So I don't have duct tape, that's what I used. So very good question, very good. So then I take my cupcake liner and I place it on top of my rain stick, my tubes, and here's some of that tape we were just talking about. And I'm gonna tape some around the cupcake liner, because once I put my rice or barley, whatever I'm using today, once I put that inside, I don't want it to fall out. So I'm gonna tape this closed, guys. It doesn't have to be beautiful, not bad. And now I've created a basin that I can put everything in. So what am I gonna put inside? Well, you might see foil here. Large strips of foil. If you can part with foil right now, you're going to wrap it up, and I'll show you. I just kind of roll it. And if you have a broom handle or something thin that you can use to wrap this guy around it, it would make the perfect shape like this. See, I had this. Again, it's some random thing from the garage. Don't ask me what it is. Cameraman, do you know? Okay, you don't want to get into it. Okay, good. So I wrapped my foil around it to create a really nice thin coil, just because I like it to be neat. You don't have to do it this way. And then I actually did a second one to make it longer. But I like this one. I like it. It's smaller. I spent time on it. So, cupcake liner on the bottom, closed up. I'm going to throw this in there. And hopefully it'll fit. I haven't checked. Yes, it does. Okay, so So next, well, a few weeks ago we made shakers, right? I have barley here. I'm using barley because I have rice at home, but I actually eat the rice. I never eat the barley. And since we can't go to the store a lot right now, I'd rather get rid of something I'm not gonna eat. Now, ideally it would be great to have a funnel, but I don't have one of those right now. So I'm gonna be really neat so that nobody has to clean up after me. Mom and Dad would not like that if they had to vacuum the barley off the floor. So I'm gonna be very, very neat, as you would be with maybe the help of an adult. I already hear rain. I'm gonna put maybe a half a cup or so of barley in there. You can kind of play around with it. Okay, so I've got my foil and my barley. Next, another cupcake liner. Same deal, I'm gonna take my tape. Uh-oh, I didn't pre-open this tape. This may take me a minute. And I don't want my rice to fall out, my barley. So I'm gonna open up my tape and I'm gonna put this second cupcake liner on. And when I do that, it's sort of secure. I wouldn't start shaking around the house with this rain stick in case some of the barley comes out. So I'm gonna show you a couple other things you can do to reinforce it. But we're gonna close it up and tape it. Again, it doesn't have to look beautiful because you can decorate it all you want when you're done creating the actual form. Okay, so I've taped it, it's decent. Now, if you're like me and a little paranoid that you're gonna spill rice all over the house, I have one of these guys. Rubber bands are probably the best thing to use. You could also tape a couple of times. You can decorate your rain stick. If you Google what a rain stick looks like, you can see they often have string tied around them. Now I have some ribbon I thought we would use just because I have it. And we'll tie that around, make a knot with the help of an adult. And here I have a rain stick. So how does this make any music, right? Well, I'll show you. We move our rain stick very slowly, side to side. We tilt it. You have to be a very good listener for this because it's going to be quiet, I think. Let's try it. Ready? Listen. And then what do you think we do? We go the other way. Let's try it. Listen, the rain starts slow and then it gets bigger, bigger, bigger like a thunderstorm, and then it gets soft again. Pretty cool. Imagine if I actually take together 6 toilet paper tubes or 8 toilet paper tubes and I tilted it. The sound would be elongated and it would be awesome too, right? You definitely want to use at least 4, I think. I wouldn't do 1 or 2. I think that's more of a shaker. You don't want to shake this around the house because that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for this very soft rain sound. So it's kind of cool. I hope that you like this one. It's a little bit different. A little bit different from the things we've made in the past. But I thought it would be fun, and it shows you that music isn't just traditional music, la la la, like we said before. This creates a sound that's like music. And I want you to think at home about other things that are music to your ears, like things that you love to hear that make you happy. One of the other thoughts that I had as far as rain is that if you have a few people at home, see, it doesn't really work for me, but if you have a few people at home, if you have a big family, you can make the sound of a rainstorm with just body percussion. Let me show you what we do. First, one of you starts to snap or make a pitter-patter sound with your fingers. If you can't snap, it's okay. You could just go like this. Can you even hear it? It's so quiet, right? Well, after a few seconds of that, we can start to clap. And then we can hit our lap, our legs. It's a little louder, right? And if you have a hardwood floor like I do, cameraman, can you move the camera a little bit? We'll go down here where it gets really loud. Does the storm stay like that and then just stop? No, right? Then it goes back to being a little quieter. And then a little quieter. And then even quieter. person does that, right? Well, everybody else does too. They just start a little bit later. It's very hard to explain by myself, so I'll have some friends help me out. Did you believe that? That wasn't real rain. That was just me making music, making a rain sound. So try it at home if you have a few people at home. You can try it on Zoom if you want with some of your friends. I don't know if it'll work out as perfectly, but it'll definitely work out at home. And I think it's something cool to do as an activity together. And we, you and I together, will continue making some crafts, some musical instruments out of toilet paper tubes, but I thought you'd want to try something different. I know that we're all pretty sad that we're still at home and we want to go out and do all of our normal everyday things like go to school and hang out with all of our friends. But remember, this rainstorm will pass too. And I know in Clifton and all around the world actually, there's a movement called the Rainbow Challenge. I don't know if you've heard of it yet, but we are asked to put rainbows on our front doors or our front windows to represent what happens after the storm passes. If you look closely when the sun comes out after a rainstorm, sometimes there's a beautiful rainbow. So if we remember that there's a rainbow coming ahead, it might be weeks, it might be months, but there's a rainbow coming, it'll cheer us up a little bit. I can't wait to see the rainbow. You know me, I love color. The whole design around my space is all about color. So I hope to make crafts with you one day soon with lots of color and lots of music and lots of happy faces. I hope to see you again next Saturday right here and, come up with some crafts maybe you want to do on your own. Keep me posted on what you come up with. I've got a good one, I think, for next week. Okay, take care, guys. Bye. I can't hear it. I can't tell if there's a bedroom. Wait, nobody cares about your music right now. Excuse me. Can we get back to the video?